Yeah, I'm live now, right?
You're live.
All right. I don't know if I'm short.
Sorry.
Hey guys. Are people in the chat or?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a minute. I'm still trying to set up. First time doing Authortube live stream, apparently. Can you hold up so I can see comments? Thank you. Hope everyone's having a good afternoon. And I figured I would use my first live stream to talk about writing styles and how some people can do novels or short stories and poetry and similarities between the two styles of your writing. So for me, when I first started writing, it was poetry. I would base it on either song lyrics or a book I read or an experience I endured in schooling. Thank you. Hi, Al. Oh, it says streamer being weird?
Oh, she said you had to add your health to the broadcast. That's
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said blind problems. But yeah, so I saw writing as a way to help with being bullied at school because our school was old-fashioned, and me and Lauren were the only blind students at the school, and instead of reaching out to different resources and trying to see what they do to help us with schooling, they thought it'd be better just to put us in a corner and pretty much forget we were there. And I'm sure a lot of people know how it feels when you're with fellow classmates or teachers, and instead of being helpful, they see you as a target and make fun of you for something you can't control. That was you. Oh, yeah. So the only line down is that the comments are on my phone. That's a little bit easier for me than StreamYard. It's a little bit too tiny for me to see. But yeah. And then after I started writing poetry, I tried my hand in writing short stories, which were mostly fanfics based off my favorite shows. And then when I got to college, I started writing actual stories. And at first, I tried being a panzer and just pretty much writing down any idea that popped in my head, since that worked for poetry. Only to later find out that the same thing that worked for poetry did not work for novels. So what happened with novels is that it'd be way too long. And it's only been recently that I found out that it works better for me to have outline than to free verse or free write it. Well, you guys, what was your experience when you first started writing?
Same thing. Back then.
Oh yeah, I definitely agreed that music helped. I was in choir all 12 years of school, and I feel like besides my writing classes, music was the only one I actually went to most of the time. Unfortunately, my senior year of high school, I dropped out of choir because I found out my music teacher was only using me to get higher scores when we went to competitions. And she confiscated my cane, and I was like, no, I'm not going to support or help someone that does that. Yeah, it's not fun when you're somewhere you don't know and the teacher or teacher cane expects you to be able to get on flight steps. That's not happening.
No, when I think about it, I wrote poetry when I was younger. Yes, it was basically music. I wrote poems too, but I write my own song.
That's cool though. You write your own songs. I tried writing songs and it is not as easy as some people make it out to be. I'm kind of embarrassed of my song. Uh, I tried writing a song that was originally as a poem, and yeah, it's never seen the light of day. I'm really embarrassed by it. Um,
So, yeah, the blind token.
what What do you mean they'll buy the blind token? I don't get that.
You know, like blind person.
Oh, Lauren explained that. Sorry. Yeah, but I think I tried writing music because when I was younger, I was really into theater, and I realized that since I couldn't have that experience of being on Broadway and being on stage, I thought, oh, I can try doing music and try to write my music. And I found out that I might be able to write, but that's one area I can't write in.
That's really cool. You have the picture of Ireland behind you.
um. Oh yeah, there you go. I realized my head was blocking it. So yeah, so that's Ireland, and
The London one.
no, you can see the corner of the one for London, which I like more than the Ireland one because it's London City at night, and it's like my favorite painting in the whole room because excuse me, we went to London for 2 weeks as a study abroad program. No, it was 1 week. Sorry,
Sunday,
yeah, 10 days, and
not long enough.
no, it was not long enough, and I wanted to go back because, well, it wasn't until like a few months ago we found out that most of our family can be traced back to either England or Ireland and places around there. So it made sense why I followed home when we went there. And people were so nice. Like, I think my favorite thing we did there was when we went to the Modern Museum of Art and the Tower of London.
Oh, I wonder if it's more green. Delta, that Dublin is prettier than London. I'm sorry.
uh, no, that's fine though. Everyone has their opinion. Like, I wanted to go to Ireland. I would not mind going there and seeing the Tissing Rot and places like that there. And also because Ireland is one of the places where there's a fairy portal, so you have the chance of actually seeing the Fae. Oh,
Alley Cat joined.
hey, Alley Cat. Thanks for joining. But yeah, I mean, that's why I have picture of places. There's one I've been to and one I want to go to. Oh, especially if I had go during your midsummer Yule. That would be a lot of fun. I can only imagine the parties and stuff they have for midsummer. So, for those that don't know, midsummer is also known as the first day of summer, which is June 21st. And then Yule is the equivalent of midsummer for winter, which is December 21st. And a lot of people believe that on these two dates, the portal to the fairy realm is open, and that's when they're able to cross into our lands. Kind of the same concept for Saham or Halloween, but for that one, it's the spirits can cross over from the veil and visit living.
No, Alley Cat asked how everybody was doing. I said that I'm still trying to hack through outline.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're supposed to talk about writing. Oh, it's magic. But yeah, so what projects are you guys working on right now for your writing? For me, I'm on the final two of my poetry project for LARP. So what that was is that I've been doing um, metadating metadating LARP called Dragon Firms, and it's set up kind of like Game of Thrones if you know that show reference. For the that don't, it's pretty much each scene is known as a house, and they do mods or adventures within the house in order to attain agendas. And so my project was I had to write a poem as a newbie from each house going to the event, which was a lot harder than I thought because not a lot of information was revealed to the players. So I had to be very creative with that.
So Dell said that's Sam.
So Ham.
This is her biggest holiday, and that she's working on a short story with the Night Wish song.
Oh, okay. I am excited about that, Dell. I love Saham. It is one of my favorite holidays. And I'm really excited because our aunt contacted us a few days ago. So she knows how much we love Halloween, but due to BBS or Barbie syndrome, we can't go out at night and enjoy it. Or take our nieces trick or treating because to us it's more a pain than enjoyable. Yeah, which I'm sure anyone else has night blindness knows the feeling. So she offered for us to come see her where she lives in Oklahoma. Do you remember where in Oklahoma?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, somewhere in Oklahoma. And she decided that for Halloween, we would have an all-day costume event. So in the morning, we'll be doing 80s themes. In the afternoon, we're going to do Disney villains. And then for the evening, we're going to do Monsters of Night. And I love our aunt, Dee Dee, or Donna. She's our mom's older or younger? Yeah, older sister. I had to confirm Lauren. And I feel like she's one of the few family members that pretty much doesn't care that we're disabled. I mean, she'll go to museum with us, for example, the Holocaust Museum, and anything that's font or print, she'll read out loud to us.
It's funny. Alicat said she's working on a short story that she started writing a while ago, and me and Dell have asked the same time what it's about.
Yeah, so I feel like that's why I love her is the fact that she really tries to help us, and she doesn't care if we can see her not as long as we're with her and we're having fun. Yeah, I feel like Saham is a awesome holiday because you get dressed up and be who you want to be, and also all the spirit activity. So, interesting thing about me is that I'm an empath, and what that means is that I can see people's auras and I can read their emotions, so I can tell when someone's happy or upset. And if the emotion's strong enough, I can actually get hints of what is upsetting them or making them happy. And so, for example, yesterday our sister came over for dinner. I tell that she was upset, and being close to her enough, I tell that it was either because of work or to her boyfriend. And because of the fact she was getting more annoyed with her mom, I realized it was more personal than work. But on Halloween, because the video was thin, I can actually sense spirits, and on that day, I can actually see what they look like.
Like 5 minutes, do you want to do break for it?
Oh yeah.
But it's 30 or 15 minutes.
No. Yeah. Yes, we'll do a writing sprint in 5 more minutes. I know that's part of doing this live stream. Like I said, I'm new to it, and I'm having more fun just chatting with you guys. Yeah, I think besides the ham, I think my other two favorite ones is Midsummer and Yule for the fairy aspect. And oh, Del, your head switch? That's really cool. So a head switch is a person that works with the garden and herbs. So pretty much what I want to become after I'm done my class. And it's pretty cool. I know that's what head switch is, and I feel like another one to look into is a kitchen witch. And what that is that you add your energy and magics and spells while you're cooking.
Oh yeah, about.
Nope, it's not the same thing. Well, I'm hoping that there. I just started taking a herbology course to learn about the herbs. And when I got a reading a few months ago, it was revealed that one of our ancestors was a healer and she used herbs, and that it would be a really good idea for me to follow that legacy into it. So I just started learning about it.
No, she doesn't work with herbs. She works in the astral world.
I worked an astral roll. Okay. Oh, I think I'm doing Hedge Witch mixed with Dream Witch. Like I said, there's a lot of different paths for witches, and I'm still learning. So that's something I have to do a little research into to make sure I don't keep them mixed up. Kind of like okay, it's kind of like Dream Witch. She worked with the astral plane and
Oh, like a dream.
yeah, and stuff like that. That's cool. That's really neat. Um, yeah, I know that's something I want to look into. I just started doing meditation, and there's one I want to start working on where it's you have to meet your spirit guide. I know from my reading that I have at least 2 spirit animals. I know one's an owl. Because it comes up a lot in my readings for tarot. And I think that one's a wolf because how much I love them, and a lot of times I will catch one in my dreams. Oops. I was out something about that. Well, that's really cool though, I didn't know that. But it's funny how we're talking about magic, which is fine. That is my channel. But yeah. But it's pretty cool you work on short stories and stuff like that. I think it's cool that you're writing about your favorite holiday. I definitely know that once I get this project done, I went back to work on my actual poetry project. So I'm working on a second book where it's considered character poems. And what that is that you write a poem from the character's perspective, and I'm doing it as a steampunk Disney version. So the most recent one I wrote was called Inner Beauty, and it was from Belle's point of view. And it's funny though, is how it started was 1 year ago, it was her friend Jane's birthday. And he made a joke about how no one is a fan of Justin. You know, it's his favorite Disney character. And to me, I was like, oh, sounds accepted. So I decided to write a poem for him. And when I gave him the poem on his birthday, he was flutterdass. He actually fell out of the chair.
If Dell said her spirit animal is a bat, which I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Dell, I'm not surprised you're a bat. I mean, you are a bat.
And your channel called the blind age, so that's,
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so that's what started me, and I have, I think, almost 15 poems. But now it's, but now it's getting hard because now, like, all my favorite Disney characters are done, so now I have to work on the ones, like, I don't really know about or I'm not really a big fan of, so now it's getting hard. And then together, me and Laura worked on a paranormal romance series called Immortal's Kiss. I know it's my story too, but I'm not a big romance fan. I know that's like part of paranormal mostly when you write these stories, is that romance is expected. Yeah, that's true. How would I do that? Would I hit off screen or?
Um,
Sorry, I had asked Lauren since I wanted to sprint, but I'm not sure. Do I do off screen or do I set timer? Like I said, first time doing this.
I'm kind of afraid to help you because my video got taken down. You can just mute it and say that you'll be back and however long you want to do the sprint for.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm going to.
You see you have a little mic icon by your name in the corner?
Yeah.
You would mute that, but let them know that.
Okay, so I'm going to mute this and we're going to do a sprint for 15 minutes. So I'll be back then. Okay.
They talk to it, or
Oh, wait. All right. First sprint's over. First sprint is over. How do y'all do? What were you guys working on? Yeah, I don't think near me or Lauren were writing. I know Lauren was helping her mom put Sophia down for a nap. She's our 6-year-old on 16 niece. Can you hear me? Or it's on mute? Okay, this double check then. And for me, I was checking my grade from the last chapter of my course I was taking. I've been taking online courses from Center of Excellence, and it's definitely fine deal because the class is gonna be a little expensive, and you can use it to get certificates for all of your matters. I got a certificate for a virtual assistant and also tarot. And right now I'm doing one for herbology and fairy lore and magic. I would not recommend second course. It is bad. I feel like the person that created got fairy, demons, and angels all mixed up. So like, oh yeah, they're all fae. No, they're not.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That was cool points. Jeff dinosaurs and our story if you're researching dino name.
Oh, that's cool.
Nope, don't go there. Don't go there.
I mean, you got a live dinosaur right here, Lauren. She has a little baby arms like T-Rex. Oh, I can resist. Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, wait, there we go. Or hit out of.
I have to scoot back a little bit because your head's like right in that corner.
I know. You can see now it's a Slytherin Harry Potter cup full of water.
Back more. Alright, cover your face. But...
Yeah. Lauren wanted me to show it to you guys.
Lord.
My water cut. You know I do out of love. I tease you. So yeah, so right now I'm finishing up the herbology course, and like any shopper, it's like I have a list of courses that interest me, but no money for them. So, do you have a favorite dinosaur Dell, or are you just doing the common ones for your story?
Ooh. It makes sense because they're okay. So Del wrote, girl, we need to have a stream thingy with Joey Paul. She's in the UK at 3 a.m. our time, and it's like a more like full time for her at work. Oh god, there are raptors.
Nice job, I tapped A3 words. And yeah, Dell having raptors in his story is cool, and it's a running joke with Lauren. I mean, it's made out of love, but we're still teasing you.
What are your thoughts on the like? You know, you're not a night owl like us.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could try. I'd need tea or hot chocolate for that. And like Lauren said, I'm not a night owl. I mean, I usually stay up till 2, but I'm reading. But not sure about screen. I mean, I could definitely try it.
Del said her favorite dino is the
Stegosaurus.
Is that the one with like?
Stegosaurus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's almost like a spike tail in this, but doesn't have them. Yeah. So, like I said, I had a lot of like, I guess all children have like a lot of like different hobbies or career or careers they want to go into. And I know besides fear, another one was being archeolo- art. I cannot say this. Person that digs up dinosaur bones and artifacts.
Archaeologist.
I can't say that. And so, of course, I read like every dinosaur book there was, along with how you preserved the dig sites and stuff like that.
Oh, paleontologist.
Right.
Archaeologist.
Into both. Like I said, I was also reading about ancient Egypt and how to read hieroglyphs, so both interest me. You say that like that's mean to me, Laura, but being a nerd's a good thing.
Writing in the comments, that would be a
But it'd be possible for me to do it. It's just I don't know. I feel like that'd be more conversation with you guys. I'd just be in the background and be like, uh huh. But I mean, it's possible. I mean, like I said, we gotta do 3 a.m. for a flight for. No, it's a bus, right? For when to Canada.
Yep.
Yeah.
15 hours.
Yeah. We were visiting when I was season that's friend who lived in Ontario, Canada. So we took a 15-hour bus ride to and from Montreal. Sorry, I don't know if she's in Ontario, but yeah, she lives in Montreal. We are not friends now.
15 hours.
But in order to catch the bus, we had to leave at 3 a.m. And then the two transfers were one was in Abilene, New York, and the other one was well, yeah, the other one was like near the border. But yeah. I mean, it is how you tell that story. It has to do with what I read about the editor. So I'm just talked about it. So we met her on Facebook, and she did all the illustrations that were in my Sherwood Asylum. So I guess that's the only good thing she did. And she was the second editor. There was another ex-friend who will not be named because I still interact with her through other medias. But she had promised to look through my poetry first, but she wasn't contacting me back, and almost a year and a half had passed, and I'm like, you're taking too long doing my book, and I'll have someone edit it. So our ex-friend, she decided to do the illustrations and editing for $300. $100 for the pictures, $200 for edits. And because I was new and grammar is not my strong suit, I thought the book was good, so I sent it self-published. And then a few months after the book came out, she texted me and was like, "Oh, by the way, no one edited your book. There's all these issues with it. Did you not notice it?"
Yeah, Dell had always checked the person's potential before hiring them as an editor.
Yeah, I mean, I learned that now. Like I said, it was a tough mistake. And I also learned that do not trust friends to help you with your websites because I had to pay another $200 for her to create a website for me. Only when we stopped being friends, she contacted the site that I was on and told them that I stole it, so it got taken down. Oh yeah. So much for being a friend, right?
I mean, other than Alex being your friend,
They can't hear you.
you say like other than her being your friend, what made you think she was an editor?
I mean, I thought she was a good editor because part of it because of the fact she was my friend, and other was the fact she had 6 or 7 books out, and at the time I didn't really know a lot about writing, renting, and publishing, or what to look for. I really thought she could be trusted, and I got burned badly. And it's funny is that what was the false scroll was she had hired me to be her virtual assistant. And at the time, I was taking the class, so I really didn't know what a virtual assistant was. Sorry. So I learned after that taking the class that a virtual assistant is someone that pretty much helps keep you organized and helps promotions with your books or anything else you're working on. And excuse me. And she thought I meant that I had to read her book in order to promote it. And it was a heavy, saturated romance novel, which is the one genre I despise. I mean, kudos for how I write it, but it's not for me. And I tried to be nice, and I tried to use a white lie and say her book was good. Only my real thoughts about it got back to her, and it was bad. Oh, I definitely know when I get done my second poetry book or we get done a novel to, yeah, do a lot more research and not to depend on those I think are friends. I mean, definitely know better, and like I definitely know that Dell is my writing sister, and that there's people in art that I consider friends, and that I need to trust my gut more when it comes to people like that.
Like right now or
Top, yeah, yeah. Love you too, Dell. But yeah, so that was my editing nightmare.
hard for me.
Sorry, Laura.
You love me too, right?
Oh yeah. So that was a tossly, like, hard lesson because money is for those of us that are disabled. We know that money is a little hard to come by. Yeah, definitely learned my lesson from that one. So I think what I said do differently now is do more research, and like Dell said, I should have been more thorough with her credentials, and if she actually knew what she was talking about instead of just making assumptions. Uh, I feel like she got off better the deals. Not only she got all that money, but she also got a brand new MacBook for me that I was going to sell, and instead I gave it to her. So, huh?
Why'd you do it? Oh, payment.
Yeah, as part of the payment. Well, as payment as well as the fact she needed a new computer, and I said I thought she was a friend. Yeah, no, definitely more research. But I mean, at least on the bright side, I do like the illustrations that were done. I think that was the only thing that I feel like were actually done right in the book. But it's cool that Lauren found another illustrator, and at the moment she's finished up drawings for Lauren's poetry book, and then she'll start working on my Steampunk Disney one. And what's your name, Lauren?
Uh, I can message you during the writing frame. I can help you with post comment. It's Lee Joe.
And her name is Lee Joku? Yeah, thank you. And I'll post a link because I think she's a really good artist, and unlike our friend, she actually has the potential to back it up.
Tell her, girls, we are all blind here. Some people will try to take advantage of it.
Oh, that's totally true, Dell. And that's sad. It's like people see you're blind or just able on their way. It's like, oh, easy that's them. And they will take advantage of you.
Hydrated.
Oh.
Yeah, like you could pay like really, really good about being flexible with payment and your prices are affordable. now on Authortube.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll post the link for the. She's really good with prices, and like Lauren was telling me that she will do payment arrangements because right now she's trying to through art school, but at the same time she will not take advantage of you, which is good. I think what was Mr. Drawings? What was your like? What do you say we like a roundabout payment for the drawings?
Oh, she has a price sheet, but it can range anywhere from 20 to 50. It depends on if you want one character or in the background.
Okay. So yeah, I was double checking with Lauren. So her range is from 20 to 50, depending if you want a partial or full body and backgrounds for each drawing, which I think is pretty cheap when it comes to artwork. Like I know some people would probably want you to pay more. Top of the hour?
You could say it would be at 3.
Yeah, it'd still be at 3 though. I know your lights lights. Right, right, right. You're good at reminding us of this stuff.
Yeah, that was me trying to be productive yesterday.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn to work on her outline. I tried to do it all day yesterday, and she's like, "Nope, not happening."
It's getting out of mine instead of down.
And I know for me, I'm working on 2 blog posts for my blog, Enchanting Tales. One is a overview of the Gemini zodiac sign, and the other is going to be a tarot spread. I haven't decided yet on which one. Lauren last month was nice, and she bought me a tarot spread book, so I'll probably do for that later and find one. Which is really cool, and I think yeah, I think Finstadell, I think also write an article about Hod because he sounds really intriguing. And he was a blind Norse god. So I think it's really cool to find research on him and write an article about him.
God, right? No,
I I don't remember. I just thought he's really cool. Really? You're gonna use that name on me?
Yeah, blind Norse god.
Yeah, see, that is what I'm referring to.
She told you about it.
I know. That was the one that told me about it. Yeah, so Enchanting Tales is a plot I run with Lauren. And on it, we talked about mythology, magic, poetry, and also our own experiences. Like, for example, I have an article on there about what occurred when we were in London with the spirit realm for me. Which, yeah. If you really want spiritual interaction, entire London is like really powerful spirits. Which, not surprised, I mean, it was a prison. And then it got turned into a tourist attraction. So that does make a lot of sense. And Lauren writes about creatures, and she also started doing top 10 lists, which I think she's really good at. She should write more of.
Del wrote 2. I'm not sure what her question was.
Yeah, what are you asking about, Del, for who? Or I said something wrong and you didn't understand me. Could be both. You do this
talking about Tower God.
Are you talking about the god or Tower London? I'm not really sure. Sorry. Yeah, I think we're all lost. I think I might have said something wrong and got misunderstood, which is common, and I apologize for that.
Oh, because she had a typo. That's usually my fault.
No, typos are the worst.
Oh, Chef needed to tell her about
Oh.
the life of the typo.
Yeah. I would love to do that, except I haven't started doing research yet, so that's set for what you told us yesterday. I really don't know a lot about them yet, but I will post that article when I had read more about it. And little birdie behind me is saying sprint, so we will do another 15-minute sprint, and we'll be back afterwards. And we're back. So, how you guys all doing Sprint? What were you working on?
Where's your character name?
Oh yeah, what character name you're looking for, Lar?
There were
Oh. Yeah, we were working on a character ratio, which I'm excited for. I know we should probably finish our first plot first. I kind of liked it because the character I'm writing for her, she's the leader of a rebellion, and her show name is Wisp, like Will-O-Wisp, and I'm really excited to write for that. Especially since she is, I don't know if they made her fully blind or low vision yet, but I'm excited to write for that character.
yeah, I would say if you have any questions.
Yeah, definitely do it about tell. I need help with that. But yeah, it's funny is that the idea came because Lauren won a free book cover, and she thought I kind of looked like the Ice Princess, and from there we came up with the idea and started working on the story. Oh no, we are doing outlines. I have not had a repeat of Mount Angel. Yeah. So the Mount Angel was the first novel I wrote, and I learned a lot of lessons from that one. First of all, that you need outlines, as they will teach you on trap. And yeah, and the rule that you only have a certain number of characters without doing a rule map, which is six? Six to eight? Yeah. 6 to 8 characters.
I mean, technically, the end of the day, your story can do what
I mean, I agree with Lauren that it's my story, but at the same time, I had 30 characters. So, yeah. But like I said, I learned a lot from that book writing. And right now, it's on my laptop, brushing up. I'm going to do miniseries with it instead.
Dell has you on Facebook reading a post about Black Lives Matter. That's hard to stay focused on stories with all the stuff going on.
Yeah, our sister was talking about that because there's a crab place called Vincent's Crabs in Maryland, and apparently it's a really good place to get crabs. And was the owner or her son or both? Yeah, the owner had posted on Facebook racist comments, which I don't agree with, and because of what's happening right now in the news, it went viral.
Okay. Oh, no typo.
Lawrence Ostrich?
Yep. I wrote bird. No, bird.
I mean, yeah, I kind of don't watch the news. I really don't want anything negative in my life, and I don't know, this news always seems sad. I feel like it's really important. I can always read about it, and or just wait till my sisters talked about it. But yeah, I feel like the news is really depressing.
This is part of how something will bring to your attention.
Oh gosh, now I am picturing Lauren half raptor, half ostrich.
No. What did I do?
I can't help it. If anyone has seen Terminology 2, they actually created this, and that's what popped in my head. So you're welcome.
Del, I'm watching you. I learn from real people.
I agree. I feel like you can learn more from interacting with people than watching news. And news is just sad. I mean, just over hearing my mom watching it for like 5 minutes and like I'm sad. Just hearing like all the death and people being attacked. It's not worth it. Oh, I know. I know, time's going by fast. Lauren pointed out that it's almost 3:30. But yeah, see, Dell's in agreement. Like, why waste your time? And you just feel so bad afterward. Like, you feel sorry for the news or like you feel sad. It's like, why? Why bring it upon yourself?
When you act, when you get to know people,
Right. Like Lauren was saying in the background, don't worry, we are dynamite, so you guys can hear her next time. That when you talk to people about the news, you interact, you can debate, you can break the actual issue down instead of, oh, here's what the news report is saying, it's biased. And, it's not really what the person thinks, it's just them just reporting on the case, what they're given. And I feel like that's the other thing is that the news, they want it to be horrendous because that's what sells. They know that a person would rather look at a story about a house being on fire than saying a story of it. They know that sells more. If that makes any sense.
you're not wrong. That's whatever views the news channel has to prioritize what news to cover. Like you said,
Right.
I'm so curious to watch the replay if you can hear my comments.
I don't think so. I mean, they know you're talking because I keep looking back at you.
Yeah.
But like I said, when the second mic comes, I think that'll help too.
I just checked that.
But yeah, it's funny though, so it came out fast. So next month will be my LARP. But due to what's the virus going around, we're actually doing a virtual LARP. It'll be online. And the best part about it is that it's free. And then we're gonna try again for a live LARP in August. I'm looking forward to that. I had a lot of fun playing with them. And it's funny though because at first I was really hesitant about joining them because I had really, really bad experience with other LARPs. So I know this is probably a common occurrence for a lot of us is that people make assumptions about what you can and can't see and they don't ask you any questions. So the previous two LARPs I went to, they'd make me pay for it, and then they'd put me in a corner and not really interact with me for the rest of the whole weekend. Because they're like, oh, you're blind, so you'd be in the way, you'll be in danger, you'll get hurt, blah, blah, blah. It's like, really? How would you notice? You didn't ask me about anything.
I'm not laughing at you.
What are you laughing at?
Whatever.
Oh. But yeah, so I got really annoyed because they made an assumption that because I couldn't see, I couldn't interact. And when I did Dragon Thrones, it's part theater, part tabletop gaming. And they were really accommodating. They would have people at the table they would tell people at the table that she's really good, she has any assistance, and they would help me with the dice, they'd help me with the role play, like they're really hands-on. And I really appreciate that. And because of that, this will be my third event with them. And what were you laughing at? Why? What? Why? It is not role models. Well, oh wait, I retract that.
Yeah.
There is one version of LARP that's role models, but it's not in the US. It's in the UK, in Europe. And you can only do it if you've been learning how to what's the term?
Combat?
Not combat, with swords.
What? Fencing?
Fencing, thank you. If you've only been fencing for a year.
What's that wrong about role model? It's a great movie.
No. But yeah, most LARPs I've been to are not like that. I can't believe you brought that up, Laura.
I can. Have a cool mistress. I like
No, it's not really role models at all. But the one I do, like I said, it's mostly theater. And if you're going to do a mod or action, let's say, you've been ambushed by Dryden, what do you do? And you say, oh, my character pulls out a bow. Well, then you'd roll dice to see if your attack hits or not. But the funny thing is that there is one part of Dane where you can go and fight for real with either boffer weapons or bad full bird seeds that like spells. And it's funny is that when I first did it, they were all surprised because no one thought I'd be able to hit people. So how I did is that I'd be with another spellcaster, and they'd tell me, okay, there's a monster 5 feet in front of you. Throw a bite. Oh, a hit. Oh, you need to go a little bit more to the right or hit for a little higher. And just that I was able to hit every time, which surprised them.
I like that feel bad she got 19 words because she was distracted.
Don't worry about it, Alley Cat. I mean, it's 19 words, it still counts. Yeah, like the aren't saying it's better than nothing.
So, we're all distracted during the last
Yeah, I feel like we're all distracted by different things. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, Allie. I mean, you wrote something which counts. But yeah, so I'm like all over the place. But going back to what I was saying about Halloween is that I started looking at costumes, but I think I might have to get unless Lauren found something, I might have to get something custom made. For Disney villains, I want to do Maleficent, and there are costumes already made. The only problem is that they're all made with polyester, and I'm allergic to it. So boo to that. Wow. To meet up for the last one? Yes, we can do that. It's not a dealer?
You can talk for like 5 minutes and do it, or you can do it now.
Yeah, probably talk for another 5 minutes and we can redo the last one since everyone was distracted. But yeah, so that's mine. Knowing Lauren, she'll probably dress as Ursula. And our aunt wants to do the old queen.
You know what I don't get? That they're not more plus size costumes.
Yeah.
Plus size character.
Well, that's interesting. Lauren's bringing up that for Ursula, there's not a lot of plus size costuming for her. Which doesn't make any sense because she's the only plus size Disney villain or character there is. So you'd think there'd be more. But at the same time, I think a few years ago, they remade her as a skinny villain, which I don't think you really need to do that, but they did anyway.
But you're sure still going.
Yeah, I know.
I was dressed up as Merida.
Oh, you know what's funny, Dal, and I will send you the picture. So for one of my larks, I had a tossing dress made, and I wore it to Comic Con, and a lot of people thought I was Merida, which I took that as a compliment. So I will send you a picture of the dress. Well, it's me at the con wearing it.
What's that segue?
Yeah. And at that point, I will do a sprint and be back in 15 minutes. Alright, so we're back. Hopefully that sprint went better for people than the last one. And hopefully people did lots of writing done. If not, no big deal. I mean, if you wrote anything or not. Lauren's in Lauren room. Our niece is up for a nap, and they are in her room playing video games. I believe they are playing Smash on the Switch. And hopefully it's a few. Oh, nice. You're some notes still? That's cool. Hopefully your story's coming along well. And like I said, having notes is better than just reversing it. For me, I worked on my Gemini article. I added 120 words to it, which isn't bad. Thanks, Del. Yeah, I got it made for my character, and a lot of people at the time were saying it made me fit the either Merida or Merida's mother. And yeah, what's funny is that my mom helped me dye my hair for that day since water heat and curly hair is not a combination. It's near frizzy really fast. Yeah, it was nice. The dress was actually custom made by a seamstress we met named Sarah, who was in PA. And not only she made that dress, but she also made our costume for Tomaton. Yeah, this year Tomaton was canceled due to the virus, which I was kind of sad because we'd gone for 6 years in a row now with her friend James. And I was going to do a version of Lady Loki because it was planned to occur at the end of October, and unlike James and Lauren, I was freezing. Cosplaying as Raven and Gingerbread Nightwing. So I wanted a new character that had a jacket to stay warm. Which they were teasing me because I'm shivering and they're like, it's hot. But that's how usually it is. Lauren's hot spots and I'm ice spots. Yeah, I guess a lot of things were shut down from the virus, like a lot of LARPs and cons, and I know Renfest, the whole season was canceled. Aw, for Dell, you had another nightmare? That's fine. I mean, we only have like 10 minutes left of it anyway till 4. So, no big deal. You want to do a nap. Hope you feel better. I know nightmares suck and they feel kind of draining. I know Lauren's been having a couple of them like recently. Not sure why. I know for me, it's been hard to stay asleep. I think due to the virus, the spiritual world is very hyperactive, and whenever anyone that's sensitive to spirits, it's really hard to not notice that. Oh, not nightmares? My bad. I mean, do you remember your dreams, or it's just you have this like anxiety feeling when you wake up? I know for some people, they don't remember their dreams, they just remember the feeling, and it lingers when they wake from their dreams or sleep. At least that's my theory. Oh, you see snakes? I mean, that does not sound like fun. So I take it you have a dream journal then to write down your dreams? I remember some. Sometimes I don't remember them, but yeah, snakes are not a good omen. I mean, technically, I like snakes. I mean, that's not from my Harry Potter house. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing, but I know that in dreams that they're not a good sign. That's fine, Cat. I mean, you're still working on it and you're not writing anything because you're trying to figure it out, so I feel like that still counts. And it's fine you were in the right mood. I mean, sometimes we hit writer's blocks or just nothing wants to come to us, or we have other stuff on our plate that takes priority to writing. But as long as you're working on your stories, I think that's all that matters. Right, like that was saying, like when you actually get around to writing it, you'll have your notes, and that'll help you get the story written. Sorry, I can hear them playing out of the room, and definitely can tell he's winning. It's not Lauren. Oh, it was more for word count stuff. Trying to keep out of word counts for fun. Oh, so like you're trying to write and at the same time not worry about the words? That's a interesting challenge. I feel like I need to be careful with my word counts. I feel like sometimes I'll go over what's recommended, and you have to go back and figure out what you have to take out in order to reach the recommended count for words. What app are you using, Dell, for your writing if it's not doing a word count? Yeah, I know it's running, but I know that me and Lauren have a habit that we'll take a story and you can see if the story's going, and at some point we'll start rambling and we like know our story. At least now I'm better at catching that and be like, nope, like we gotta take this out and go back to the main story. Okay, use Notepad. Yeah, I have Notepad too. I use that for my dream journal and writing down notes for things I'm working on. Yeah, I use Notepad on my phone when I can't get the computer and it's like inspiration strikes or I have a poetry idea and it's like, you write down because I don't forget it. That's the worst thing when you have an idea and you don't write it down. Later, we get to place you can write. You're like, "What's that idea?" or "What was I thinking of?" And it's totally slipped your mind. All right, bye, now. Enjoy your nap. um, I think on that note, I'm going to get off and go join East and be learning video games. I hope you guys enjoy the stream, and I will be posting a video later, either today or tomorrow, about the Arcana Arts and the three branches of magic it's birthed into. So I hope you all enjoy the stream and very well and blessed be.